Hey everyone, today we're looking at 5 survivor builds that are varied in difficulty, power, usefulness and fun, but all 5 have a purpose and can be interesting to try out. So let's get started. This first one I call the unlimited power build. Dead hard, adrenaline, decisive strike, borrowed time. This is what I would consider to be one of the most powerful and obnoxious builds in the game that you can run as a survivor if you want to be able to counter basically anything that the killer has over you. The combination of these perks allow you to play aggressively, with Dead Hard saving you from almost any situation, Adrenaline being there for the endgame, DS if you get tunneled or if you want to use it to save a teammate or finish a gen. Although using it that way is generally frowned upon, it does work. Borrowed time is there so you always get safe hook saves and keep your teammates safe, as well as the additional points you receive from safe hook saves. The only perk that I probably would interchange in this one is Unbreakable, as it stops slugging from happening, but other than that, this build is always going to be here for you if you're having a bad day and you want a bit of easy mode. These perks are generally considered pretty crutch perks, so you don't have to play your best and they will still give you multiple chances to regain control of the game. This next one I call the Crazy Mega Heal build. Will Make It, Autodidact, Solidarity and Botany Knowledge. This build is for all you altruists out there who want to be able to insta-heal your teammates. This build compromises 2 perks, Will Make It and Botany Knowledge, which instantly give you a 233% increase to heal speed as long as Will Make It is active after an unhook. With these 2 perks you can negate the early effects of Autodidact and get it leveled up far quicker without it being deprecating. Alongside this, Solidarity, you can have a super fast heal build that also heals you. Now obviously this build really does reside you to one role, but if you are comfortable at running the killer then this shouldn't be a problem. Having someone with this build effectively insta-healing the team can cut down wasted time tenfold and make your team wholly more productive. Just hope you don't face up against the plague. This third build I called the Safety and Lockers build. Head on, quick and quiet, dance with me, and inner strength. This build makes you the locker king or queen, allowing you to use lockers to stun the killer, heal yourself, and escape quietly without being noticed. The idea with this build is that you cleanse a totem and activate inner strength, you jump in a locker with quick and quiet, and then as the killer passes you burst out and stun them, and because of Dance With Me, you leave no evidence of you ever being there. Overall, this build is pretty powerful and allows you to use lockers far more frequently and for more than just hiding. Instead of feeling vulnerable in a locker, you'll now feel powerful and in a stronger position over the killer as they approach you. One bit issue with this build is if you have killers who don't bother checking lockers. This build can be insane in basement if you get trapped down there. As I said, if you combine the perks effectively, you can heal, stun, and get out all without taking a single hit. Number 4, the I Was Never Here build. Lithe, Quick and Quiet, Dance With Me, and Iron Will. Quick note, when I was recording the footage for this game, I happened to get matched up against Scorpions, who's a fog whisperer and a streamer who makes great videos on mainly his main, the pig. Be sure to check him out. This build thrives on maps where there's lots of corners and places to turn and deceive. If the killer has sight of you, then this is pretty pointless. Once again, this is a strange build because it encourages you to flee instead of chasing normally. So if you're not in the mood for chases, or you just really don't want to get into them, then this is the build for you. Combining Lithe with Quick and Quiet and Dance With Me, and the permanent silence of having Iron Will, once you vaulted during a chase, you can zoom off with Lithe, and due to Dance With Me and Quick and Quiet, you'll leave no trace for 3 seconds, and the killer will have to completely guess where you've gone. This is obviously only if you break line of sight though, because otherwise they'll just see where you've gone. Pretty solid build, and good for zooming away from confrontation. Finally, we have the Honest Work build. We're Gonna Live Forever, Borrowed Time, Empathy, and Prove Thyself. This is a BP grindy build which helps you to stack blood points easily and effectively. Obviously we have We're Gonna Live Forever, which allows you to obtain up to 100% more overall BP gains when you have performed 4 altruistic actions, like body blocking or hook saving. Borrowed Time is there to make sure you secure that safe hook rescue, which rewards bonus points, and helps you to max out altruism. Empathy is there to help you find injured survivors to body block for, or get ready to save. And finally, Prove Thyself gives you about 3/4 of the total objective points when you finish a generator with a teammate. Another option for this build is Self-Care, which can give you a ton of survival points. Overall, this is a pretty solid build for grinding out BP. Alright, well, that's the video. I hope that was all helpful. Drop a comment, tell me what build you usually run. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.